Thank you, Josh. Josh is over here like, man, this is the longest presentation, and I knew it was going to be, but we still have 29 people here. I'm surprised that people are here, so you guys must be getting value out of this. Okay, maintenance. How to maintain ad spend and ensure a positive ROAS. This is gold. So the one person that left, I feel bad for you. All right, so this is super important. How is it that you can track somebody who visited your webpage, didn't make a purchase, but called you on the phone or came into your store? Well, my friends, it's really simple. Well, it's not, but it is. If you have the Helm, it's really, really simple because I'm going to share with you the template that I built. But you can set this up yourself too. You just got to make sure you follow their Facebook template and make sure everything's parsed correctly, which can take a little bit of time to learn how to use the CSV or to use your Excels to be able to make that information work. Now, this is how this works. I'm going to go back to Event Manager, and this is where this is all going to start. You need to create a new event. It's going to be called Offline. You click on that. It's going to walk you through. You just name it. Boom. Here's your offline event set. Now, this is what's important to know. Your pixel's only going to know if somebody visited your website. They're not going to know if they made a purchase, if they didn't actually buy anything and they called the book, which a lot of people do. Well, I actually have a reoccurring task where I upload offline event data to Facebook. And Facebook, and I could even do it better. Facebook's like, you really should be doing this once a day to make it even more accurate. Well, I can't because that would be ridiculous. This is kind of my call to Facebook right now, or not Facebook, but to the Helmbot. Like maybe we could automate this process in the future, and I'm certainly able to help if they need that. But if they can just like they do for Mailchimp, like an API automatic upload would be gold. But anyway, how do we do it without that? Okay, so I upload it once a week. You can see events uploaded 110, events matched under 1K, under 1K, 80, under 1K. So again, you're not really seeing the data because it's apparently a privacy thing or what have you. But this is how you do it. First things first, I actually have a template that I'll be sharing. Here's my Facebook audience template. Paste exported data, bullet like customer. Wait, oh, wrong thing. My bad. I meant to actually put offline sales conversion template. Bam. Click on it. You'll see this thing. Paste exported data. Remember, in-store only. So the way that this works is once you start running your ads and you're trying to figure out what the conversions are, you're going to go to your sales tab or wherever you get information parsed for building like who purchased what at what time. You want to make sure, and we're going to do this for, let's say, all of January. It's not a very good example, but we're going to do it anyway. You want to make sure that when you're exporting this data, it's from in-shop only, because you don't want to double up the data to show online and in store. And then you're going to export that CSV document. And this is going to sound like I'm being like I'm talking to a child here, like, well, that just seems so obvious. We just have to export it. But it's not that simple because Facebook just won't take your exported data and be like, oh, it looks like they're giving us some information. It's all formatted perfectly. They want you to have this like really advanced format. So this is what you do. You take that exported data, you come in here, remember, in store only. You copy it. Wait, well, you can't actually see that. So I just need to show you what I'm doing. I exported it. You copy all those lines, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go in here, go to the top left, make sure you delete everything else. Also, you'll keep a running note of this, like, so you'll know what the last time you imported something in, because it'll say the date or the ID at the top. You just go to that ID, copy everything else besides that from that date forward, paste right in that top line. It automatically goes in there, and I automatically set it up so that it parses out the data. automatically based on what you use in the Helm. You can see here, like for instance, flown is blank concatenate. So you had to get, I have to have the 1 in there, for instance. You know, I'm looking at, I had to separate the first and the last name. The event time has to be formatted exactly this way with a T and a Z at the end. And then you have to have these 2 brackets. That's literally what Facebook wants. I kid you not. And you take this information, file, just like I did the other time, file, export. Bam, it's going to export that data. If you're wondering, just so that you're not getting too confused, discard and close. Here's that data right here. So I have it right there. And here's the next step. Again, the way that I set this up is I make it super easy for myself. I usually set up a weekly task where it says, hey, do this stuff. And then there's another link, upload data here. As you can see, it's bringing me to the same place that I was showing you before. Upload events, drop your CSV that you just exported into here. Click map data. I'm not going to fill this because otherwise I'm going to be uploading a bunch of random data that makes no difference, no representation of Floatlight. But as you can see, it's mapping everything. Event details. Make sure that purchase is selected here. Event time. Just kind of look through this. Make sure that it looks okay. And then you're going to click next for review. And it's throwing up a lot of errors because none of this stuff is real. Okay. It's all fake data. But you just want to make sure it says accepted rows, estimated match rate. I don't know how it could be matching anything, but you can see like it's going to show you some errors. Don't worry about that. Anything that was a return, it's not going to show correctly. But obviously none of this stuff is going to match with any of my data, but it basically, and then you click start upload. Okay. We're actually not going to do that though. I'm going to exit out. I'm going to say your progress will not be saved. Would you like to leave? Yes. And then it's going to come up. It's going to start parsing that. It's going to come up with this little line here that shows that something happened. It usually takes 12 hours or something. And then the next day you'll look at it and be like, oh, looks like my data was uploaded. Now, it's not actually going to tell you because we do such low volume. No Float Center does high enough volume to be able to have Facebook show you how much of the match rate is absolutely perfect. But I can tell you that a lot of purchases are being generated from offline conversions. 16 purchases this day, 18, 15, 21. And that's because it's just an undeniable fact. We get a lot of online purchases, but most people call us to book an appointment or come in store or anything like that. Or usually they'll come in with a friend. It's just, I think in the majority of you guys probably have the same situation. So uploading offline conversions is then going to correct. And then just to go back to the audiences, it's going to correct this result. And it's going to show that you've actually had an attribution of that sale related to that ad. And it's also going to correct this purchase conversion value. And you want Facebook to get that information. And the reason for it is it's how Facebook's algorithm optimizes for certain events. Because you might say, well, why should I attribute that sale to Facebook? Well, because if you don't, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. Facebook knows how to optimize, and you will see that success result. You'll probably find that Facebook generates most of your bookings in general, which is okay. There are other ways to do it, but that's how it's done. Bye, Kaylin. So that's maintenance. Now, one other thing when it comes to maintenance, go into your ad sets, go into your campaigns, click on ad sets, find which ones are performing. The way that you do that is by checking out how much money is being spent on it, what's the conversion value, what the frequency is. If the frequency gets to be ridiculously high, like let's look at one that has a high frequency, 10.99 on a booking abandonment and retargeting. I'm okay with it being that high, by the way. But let's say that I go one step further and I'm like, the frequency of this is like, let's say 15 or 20, but it's only got 3 bookings. I probably want to turn that off. Turn off and on your ad sets. Create new ad sets. Honestly, like I'm a big procrastinator. I probably should make even more ad sets, but like if I sat here and just made ad sets all day that rotated, I probably would get even a better ROAS. And that's the truth. So, oh, I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, maintenance. I think that's it. Oh, wait. Gotta go back one. Thanks. And there's my contact, guys. I really don't mind if you call me or anything, text me. Open book. Oh, really important thing before I answer a question. I was actually very gracious, or I was offered the ability to go on the next Art Afloat podcast, which I'm very, very thankful for because I'm excited to be able to talk to the folks over there. So check out the next Art Afloat podcast because I'm really excited to talk to these guys and I'm really excited to be on the show. And I think that there'll be some more supplemental information over there that you might gain from that. Oh, geez. Also, check out Helmbot. They're amazing. If you do go over to Helmbot, just let them know that I sent you. I don't get anything from it, but I told them that if they don't have an affiliate link, I would just like to know if anyone's converted to them as a result of listening to me. And also, go to Art Afloat's Patreon page and get the videos. And if you're not on there in general, just do it. And that's not an endorsement. That's just a necessary thing, especially if you're not a content creator, because why are you not on there? Like, it's a video, man. Like, you need that to advertise. But other than that, let's answer the question. Mm-hmm. We use lotion. We decided what kind of lotion to use to make sure that it's safe. We do a hot stone. Lotion cannot be oils cannot be put in the tank by any means. So do your massage after you float. We do 2-hour blocks, but we make it all seamless for guests, one after the other. It's just 4 hours worth of time that's blocked at the float center, but we time it out. We have a very specific and logistic way of doing things. And I did remember just talking to you on the phone. So it is a thing that I definitely recommend. We call it the Flotage Float Journey. People love it. It's amazing. It's probably it's actually one of our signature services now. Big thing is our massage therapists are also float guides. So they guide you along the journey. It's kind of one of the charm to it. So anything else? Okay, just real quick. We don't have tons of time, but I want to leave it open to the final questions if anyone has anything. This one. Gotcha. Anything? Even if you just want to say goodbye, I'm okay with that. I know they're so respectful. They don't want to turn on their microphones.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Yes, thank you
You're welcome. My pleasure.
so much.
Is any of your content evergreen or recycled after not being used for a while, or do you tend to scrap things monthly and start from scratch? Yeah, I mean, I do definitely recycle content. Man, if I sat and made content all day, I don't know if I'd ever have time to do anything else. I know you guys have seen content that I've created. It is quite an endeavor, but yeah, I mean, I definitely recycle it. But I definitely always try to come up with new things, without a doubt. If I have an idea, I'm gonna try to do it. So, thank you guys. Any other questions out there? And we're all dwindling off. I hope you guys found value in this. If you did, please let me know. I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to help. I will have notes. I will share some of the presentation, and yeah, I can move to this one. So I'm insisting to exit this way because this is the coolest shot ever. The float center is so amazing at night. That's one of my favorite times to be here, and I'm just so thankful that you guys joined me. Again, my name is Jonathan Rogue of Floatlight. If you guys did find any value in what I produced or that what we came up with today, please let me know. I also just want to give a shout out to my friend Josh Russell, who has generously put this entire set together. It's probably the fanciest Zoom setup that's ever been made, or at least very close to it. And he, as being the entrepreneur that he is, his concept is to produce sets like this for other businesses, enterprises that want to make a impact. So check out joshrussellstudios.com. You can email him too. Check out his Facebook page. And of course, follow Floatlight, follow myself. Learn. I'll be on the collective. If you have any questions, send me a message, text me, email. But anyway, anything else? This is your final chance, friends. Anything.
Does your social media counter help
Yeah,
drive likes?
it is amazing. Yeah, so
I've seen it before, but I just didn't know if it worked.
It's called a Smurl. So people sit in this lobby. This is where we're actually doing the Zoom call today. And they fill out their paperwork, right? But we don't always get back to them to take them on the journey. The journey is our intake process. So they're like, oh, looking around. They see the counter, and this is what happens. I can actually invoke this. In fact, I bet you one of you guys could do this right now. If you haven't liked Floatlight's page, go like it and watch the thing. It's amazing. It's one of the coolest things. But
I'm gonna do it right now.
Look at that. See, it made you like it because you want to see the thing go. You bounce focus to that. Yeah, let's see if it works. This would be the moment of truth. If it doesn't work, I'm.
I've already liked your page, so it probably won't.
Well, then
work.
unlike it.
Okay.
Watch what happens if you unlike it. It's stupid.
I'm gonna unlike it.
Yeah, it makes me laugh because if you unlike it, it actually goes down a like then, apparently.
Well, I unliked it, so we'll see what happens when I re-like it.
Wow. This is the best way to end a Zoom call.
Not working.
Who's this? Somebody's trying to enter the Zoom call. Oh, I guess it's broke.
I'm so sorry.
Well, it's okay. Nothing ever works when you want it to. I've learned this about just about everything, right. How many likes do we actually have anyway? But anyway, I mean, you know what? Likes are not important. The whole point of this whole thing is just to get people to navigate to a location. And it was just cool because it's something to interact with. So yeah, definitely. People definitely like it. They will go onto the Facebook page. They will like it. I feel like Facebook is kind of zoning, or is kind of getting rid of likes anyway, to be honest with you. 1,300. Oh, wait, 13,490. Did it just move to 89? It hasn't moved yet?
Maybe that was mine. Maybe it went up to 90, but it didn't somehow register there. Who knows?
That's okay.
I still want one. They're cool. Yeah. And it gets people to engage with your page.
Don't go and buy one until we know for certain that they still work. Facebook has been changing some of the way they do things, and it's very possible that this thing will become outdated.
Phased out.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. If it happens, whatever. But likes are kind of not as important as they used to be. So anyway, any other questions? I'm surprised that 20 people are still here. I'm sure you're probably in the background doing laundry. Maybe you're listening, doing whatever. But any questions? Last chance, friends. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you so much. Bye, friends. We'll talk to you soon.